Hello to everyone again. Welcome to this, your YouTube channel. Today, we're going to explore a historic scientific study that shed light on the effects of starvation on the human body and how it can relate to mental health. Before we delve into current trials using nutrients to treat mental health outcomes, let's take a trip back in time to see how knowledge gained by our predecessors can be helpful for our current challenges. And if you want to read a little more about this topic, you can find a link in the description of the video that will take you to the site where I have taken this information. Without more to say, started.
During World War II, 36 conscious individuals participated in a study of human starvation conducted by Ancel and his colleagues at the University of Minnesota. This study, known as the Minnesota Starvation Experiment, was a grueling research endeavor aimed at gaining insight into the physical and psychological effects of semi-starvation and the problem of refeeding civilians who had been starved during the war.
Details of the Minnesota Starvation Experiment.
During the experiment, the participants were subjected to semi-starvation, losing approximately 25% of their body weight. Many experienced anemia, fatigue, apathy, extreme weakness, irritability, neurological deficits, and lower extremity edema. Despite ethical issues about subjecting healthy humans to starvation, the interviewed men unanimously stated that they would do it all over again, even after knowing the suffering they had experienced. The study was divided into 3 main phases. Control phase, over 12 weeks, physiological and psychological observations were made to establish a baseline for each participant. Starvation phase, over 24 weeks, participants' caloric intake was drastically reduced, resulting in approximately 25% loss of their initial body weight. The diet consisted of foods like potatoes, turnips, beets, bread, and macaroni. Recovery phase, various rehabilitation diets were used to re-nourish the volunteers and restore their body weight.
Relevance to mental health.
The Minnesota Starvation Experiment taught us a great deal about the role nutrition plays in mental health. During the starvation phase, participants exhibited significant increases in depression, hysteria, and hypochondriasis. They also showed symptoms of anxiety disorders, mood disorders, and eating disorders. These findings shouldn't come as a surprise, as it's evident that the brain's functioning is compromised when the body is deprived of food and nutrients. The Minnesota Starvation Experiment revealed several significant findings. Prolonged semi-starvation led to significant increases in depression, hysteria, and hypochondriasis as measured by the Minnesota Multiphasic Personality Inventory MMPI test. Many participants experienced severe emotional distress and depression, growing increasingly irritable. Some individuals resorted to self-mutilation, showing signs of self-inflicted harm. Many participants became apathetic and lethargic, with diminished sexual interest. Symptoms of social withdrawal and isolation were observed among the volunteers. Participants reported a decrease in concentration, comprehension, and judgment skills.
Other historical examples.
In addition to the Minnesota experiment, history has shown us the relationship between poor nutrition and mental health symptoms through tragic naturalistic experiences, such as the Dutch hunger winter during World War II. These events have taught us about the importance of good nutrition during pregnancy and how acute food deprivation during that period can have long-term effects on the mental health of offspring.
And in conclusion,
in summary, through the historical study of the Minnesota Starvation Experiment, we can better understand the effects of starvation on the human body and how it can impact mental health. While these experiments cannot be replicated due to ethical concerns, we can still learn valuable lessons about the importance of nutrition in mental health. Could it be that some individuals in our current society are suffering from the effects of semi-starvation due to nutrient-deficient food choices? That's something we should reflect upon.
Thank you for joining us on this historical journey. We hope you found this informative video valuable. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more content related to science and wellness. You can also write me in the comments. I will be happy to read them all, and so we are forming a community of scientific dissemination. Until next time.